Is the future of American energy nuclear? Well, let's take a look at some of the benefits. It's the largest source of clean power. It can create hundreds of jobs and supports national security. So why haven't we explored it in the past? Here are some of the arguments in the negative. Public sentiment views it as dangerous. It could have high operating costs. It's very hard to get up and running with big capital expenditure. But my next guest is now running the Energy Department, and they have made nuclear a priority. Energy Secretary Chris Wright joins me now. Mr. Secretary, thanks for being with us today. You come in with high compliments from the President of the United States. And I don't think anybody thinks nuclear is the primary source of energy for the future of the United States, but should it be a much bigger part, a bigger piece of our energy pie?
Thanks for having me, Will. Absolutely. Look, this is a reliable energy source that works 24/7, 365, independent of the weather or what's going on. You can get a lot of energy out of a small footprint. Absolutely, we should see nuclear growing in the United States. We need more energy. It should come from many different places.
What's the biggest holdup on nuclear? Is it regulation? Is it the cost of building nuclear plants? And I know there's the issue of the public sentiment as well, but what is the biggest holdup in building out nuclear power in the United States?
The biggest holdup by far has been regulatory. It's been getting the permits to operate. I think there's an unrealistic and bureaucratic system created decades ago that's simply been ineffective. We want to have safe, careful regulation of nuclear plants. We have the ability to do that, but we've gone so far, it's been impossible to build anything new. And we need to change that. The technology is there, the businesses are there, the capital is there, and public support for nuclear is there as well. And I think it'll grow rapidly in the coming years.
Well, Mr. Secretary, I mentioned that it's a piece of the pie. Obviously, oil and gas still is the majority piece of the pie that drives energy in America. There's a famous scene from Landman, the Paramount series featuring Billy Bob Thornton, where he talks about all the products, all the elements of our life that run on oil and gas, literally from everything we wear to every way we move other than walking, to every aspect of every consumer product that is in our homes. You were the CEO of a natural gas company. Of course, you guys fracked as part of the bringing in oil and gas, and that was suppressed. It was regulated heavily over the past administration. What can you do today to restore not just fracking, but oil and gas and its importance in our energy supply in America?
Yes, we saw in the last administration, and really it was for political purposes, not for specific safety concerns or specific issues, but they viewed it as politically popular to say we're against oil and gas. That's part of our all of government climate agenda. And so hard to get permits, hard to build an export terminal, hard to build pipelines to connect your wells to where the consumers are. This just made oil and gas more expensive, less available for Americans, and I think it's part of the reason President Trump got elected, really to bring back a common sense energy agenda. Will, as you already said, over 70% of all the energy Americans consume comes from two sources, oil and natural gas. Fortunately, we're by far the world's largest producer of both of those products.
That's a good thing for the future of America. If we can deregulate all these sources of energy that you and I have discussed today, from nuclear to natural gas to oil, it's a good thing for the future of America. All right, Mr. Secretary, congratulations on the new job, and thank you for being with us here today.
Thanks for having me.